Hello, hello, beauties. It has been a long time since I've done a video, and I tell you why. Let's just be real. I ain't felt like talking to nobody. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what I mean. I have not felt like talking to anyone because when I can find time to myself, um, I still got so much shit to do. So, and also, a lot of YouTube videos that you watch, everybody's all happy and excited and upbeat, and they're happy to do the videos. Their energy is like really high vibrational, and that has not been my energy. Do I walk around feeling miserable? Absolutely not. But it is very, very hard to keep a positive outlook with everything that has been going on in my life for um, several months now. Um, and also, I'm not the best speaker for this, but Spirit really wants me to share. Spirit really wants me to share so much to where um, my everyday readings, like I pull a card for myself every day, and I have several decks, and I have a few new decks. So while bonding with these new decks, I'm constantly pulling cards just so that I can see the pictures and get a feel for what the meaning of the cards mean. I keep getting a lot of the same cards over and over and over again. um, and the card that comes up, no matter what deck I use, I have like in front of me, I probably have like 10, 11, 12, I don't know. But no matter which deck I pull from, I get the same types of meanings. And um, they're all encouraging me to shine my light, um, honor my feelings. Both of these cards speak about sharing with the world. I do readings for people. I do readings more so for my friends um, and a couple of family members. So I mainly travel with my decks. And I say travel because I am hardly never home. I know the last video I posted, I probably was speaking about my grandmother transitioning. She left us the end of September, September 27th to be exact. Her arrangements was October the 3rd. As that was going on, my father was already starting to decline. He also has lung cancer. The radiation has now caused that cancer to move to his brain, and it's on his brain stem. So we've been really, really worried about him and how he's doing because he's been struggling with his balance. And for somebody that's really prideful, someone that's very independent, that's really difficult. We lost our mom about 10 years ago, so he's home alone. So he doesn't have anyone there to watch him. I live in another city from my family. When I got my divorce, when I was going through my new beginnings, we're going to talk about that. Went through a divorce, and I decided, you know what, I need new everything. I don't want to use the same towels that he used. I don't want to be in the same house that we shared. And it had always been a dream of mine to be a homeowner. After having some challenges in life, and at a very young age of having my first child, I was homeless. And so, one of my goals and dreams for myself, probably the only dream that I held on to for quite some time, was to be a homeowner, because I felt like that was going to give me my space, more control of no one telling me what I can and can't do, who can and can't come by. Because if you're in a low income bracket and you've ever gone through Section 8 or something like that, you know that there are so many guidelines you have to report to people in a timely manner. And I do not like to report to anyone, hence why I am now working for myself. But with that being said, Spirit keeps wanting me to share, and my messages aren't always sweet because, like I said, we got all this stuff going on. So, in the midst of all of these things going on with my family and my new beginnings, followed by my transformation, you know what? Let's look at these cards, because when you look at these cards, it makes sense, right? So I want you to stare at that card for just a second. Look at her stepping out onto the world. She's tiptoeing, right? Yeah. Tiptoeing, why? Scared. Scared of the unknown, not knowing what's getting ready to pop up next. Look at her clutching that bag. You know, that clutch feels real to me, because sometimes when you go through some stuff, you just really have to embrace and just brace yourself. And if you see her standing there, she's holding that staff. That walking stick is to help stay balanced, because she doesn't know what to come. The surface is probably ever changing. It's the shape of it, it's shifting. So could you imagine how those steps feel? Uneasy, right? Unleveled, right? So yeah, that's my mind. That is my emotions at this time. So when Spirit keeps saying share, 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 I almost be like, okay, so what you want me to do? Make a video, cussing and raving? Because some days that is what I feel like, trying to have some sort of sense of self while trying to still be of assistance for my family. And of course, I'm not going to say, because my family is different, but I'm pretty sure there is somebody out there who has had to go through the same thing. You would think that with illness of a loved one, that it brings the family closer together. And that has not been the case. There's 3 girls, and 2 of us get along. And it's crazy because, like, I get along with my oldest sister. My youngest sister gets along with my oldest sister, but we do not get along. I'm the middle, she's the baby. We clash. I always wanted to be a big sister, and I've tried and tried and tried, and she don't like my light that's shining. So that's just a quick way to sum that up. So there's some challenges even in trying to be assistance for my father. So yeah. So on top of that, my daughter's father has just recently passed. While we're going through that, we just buried him 2 weeks ago. So I got a lot of things going on, with a lot of changes in my life with this transformation, because, I have a lot of new beginnings. I've left a job that I've been at for almost 15 years, so that I can care for my grandmother, who is now turned into my father. Um, and in doing that, I decided that I was going to make my own money, because when I was going through my divorce, I was really leaning on driving Lyft and Uber, delivering Amazon packages. What I learned from doing those several different jobs was that I could earn the money that I was making at my job in less time. So I left. It was a no brainer. Spirit said, that's not where you need to be. That's not what you need to be doing. You know, you have all these talents, you need to do them. So when I need quick money, that's what I do. I also enjoy making jewelry, making candles. I do a lot of other spiritual things that I don't really sell to anyone. That's just my personal work. I might get to the point to where I want to share that stuff, but as you can see, I'm having a hard time sharing stories. So sharing spell work probably is not going to happen for quite some time. I encourage people to do their own work because if it's something that is important to you, your intent is the best intent because I don't care about your situation as much as you care about your situation. Why? Not because I don't care about you, but because I got my own situation going on. So let's get into that transformation because we're going to talk about these two cards together. Look at this card. Look at this card. Her face does not look happy about this transformation. This transformation is not a good time. This is not a roller coaster ride that she is just clutching like, oh, this is so much fun. No, it is not fun. You don't know what the hell is going on. Things are changing. Things are happening quickly. Like, it doesn't just look like she is like being pushed out of another body. Like she is shedding something else and coming out. And it's like she don't even really want to come out. She's being forced out. And that's how I feel. I'm being forced out. Spirit is pushing me and I'm very uncomfortable. So I'm gripping whatever I can grip and I am trying to control whatever I can control. But Spirit is saying, you won't control this. You've been sent to do something and you're going to do it. And so as reluctant as I may want to be, I still have to go with it, you know, because it is a blessing to be chosen. It is a blessing, you know, to even be able to understand the lessons that life takes you through when we're going through these new beginnings and this transformation. And I wanted to kind of stay stuck on those two cards because a lot of times people get these readings and when that new beginnings comes out, people are only fixated on the new job, the new relationship, you know, and all that stuff sounds good. And yes, I've had all of those changes with my new beginnings, but I've had a new perspective on life as well and a new perspective on a lot of situations. And when it comes to this new relationship, um, I'm going about it in new ways. I'm not the same person. And the way that I respond now versus how I've responded in the past with relationships is completely different. Just because I've been listening to Spirit and reluctantly following. So, new beginnings for me in relationship has been a new way of communicating with each other. And communication, I'm a Gemini, and communication comes pretty easy for me as far as expressing my feelings. If you ask me what is on my mind, I'm going to just puke it out. I have no problem deciphering my feelings. I know what it is, so no longer reacting from I want to call fear, insecurities. I feel like I've done a lot of healing, and in that, loving myself more has caused me to look at relationships in a different way. So the communication is different. Um, with my new beginning, I had to learn some different things about my characteristics and the things that I was doing. And I was very judgmental. I'm picky, I'm judgmental, or shall I say, I've grown through those things. So in my relationship, I am happy with who I am, and so I allow him to be happy with who he is. And you can't change anyone, um, but you can look at it from their perspective, and then you kind of honor your feelings while respecting theirs. So yeah, I wish I could put that in a better way. I think I would have to do another video and bring him in so that we could talk about the new beginnings on the relationship. But I just wanted to say that it's not all about a new job or a new car or some burst of financial prosperity. All those things is true when it comes to new beginnings. But it's also, a new way of looking at life, a new way of doing things. So, like this week, I've challenged myself to do something new. I wanted to do a live video, however, I guess because I'm using my phone instead of a laptop or something like that, it's saying that I don't have the rights to do a live. So I will work on that because I really would like to interact with other people's energy so that I can give more readings. In doing something new, I've decided that instead of me traveling with my cards, I am going to leave my cards at home. I am going to leave them in. No, I can't do it. I can't leave it in the same spot. I am going to leave some always set up for a reading so that I can focus on trying to touch base and get a video out each day. I'm going to look into a laptop that I can do a live video on because I really do want to interact with you guys because I realized that I am giving a lot of free readings to friends and people on Facebook, but I could be connecting with a larger base, and that is what Spirit is wanting. So that's why I'm putting these YouTube videos out there right now. I don't really have any subscribers, so I don't really have to worry about what anyone thinks. This isn't for money, so it doesn't matter. Whatever I post, and if it helps someone, it does. If it doesn't, it didn't hurt me, and it didn't hurt anyone. So that is what it is. So, in transformation, I will say I'm very proud of myself because when I say mentally, I am so much stronger. I have really grown personally because I used to care about having the last word, being right, telling my side of the story. And now I just don't. I don't. Um, I'm gonna say one of the things that I am most proud of about myself is that I no longer allow people to control my energy. I am in complete control of the flow of my spirit. And if I say I'm vibing high today, I'm vibing high today. And guess what? Anybody that comes in with any other energy, I'm like, bloop, they're gone, or I remove myself from the situation. So glad that I'm able to do that. Why? Because I used to call someone out and be like, no, you got me messed up. You know you was wrong when you did this, that, and the other. I don't care. I don't have the desire to be right, wrong, whatever. It just flows off me. I remember I used to tell people, oh, I match energy. And some days I do feel like matching energy. Do I do it though? No. No. I remove myself. I remove myself. So that's why I said, I don't be wanting to do videos because I'm not always excited all the time. I'm working through not snapping. So while I'm working through not snapping, I don't want to talk to nobody because sometimes literally I'm talking to myself in my mind and I'm saying like, you know what, Fee, you need to Fee, you gotta slow down. It ain't worth it. Is this person gonna even be able to understand what you're trying to say? And nine times out of ten, like when that person is so dead set on being angry, it is a hormone release in their body that is like shut down and blocking you out. So why go back and forth? I'm not great battle. I'm gonna go. And guess what? I don't allow anyone into my space. My kids come and go through this house. My boo comes and goes through this house. Nobody else enters. I will drive 45, 50 minutes wherever. Nobody else enters. Why? I control the energy and the flow inside this house. As much as I control my attitude or whatever, because guess what? You know, when you going through this, you have to have control over something. And even if it's just as little as I'm going to control the use of my time and who monopolizes it, you got to do what you got to do because you going through a lot and I'm going through a lot. So I give what I can of myself and I block what I have to for myself. And that is, that new beginnings, that transformation, because I used to didn't do that. Even still, I'm still working through self-sabotage because I'm working on a new business right now. I'm trying to get my business going, but I have a sick family member. And so, I have so many other things that are important. Are they more important than making sure that my business takes off, that I can provide for my family? Because I have a senior. We got 2 proms this year in a graduation. So I want to get my family through, but I also have to do what's best for my household. And so when I called my dad today and I heard that he was by himself, I wanted to stop what I was doing, like screw my business and whatever else. But guess what? This is what we're down to. I got a mortgage to make. And I have to find balance between it all. So that is what I'm working on. And my attitude probably isn't always the best. But I am going to try my best to find some sort of balance and a bit of consistency. Am I going to beat myself up for being inconsistent? No, because I do. I am constantly thinking, oh my gosh, how long has it been since I put a video on the channel? But then I keep getting these angel numbers letting me know that I am on the right path. I'm doing what I need to do. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe Spirit is not counting how many videos I do and how many people I help throughout the day. And like I said, I travel with my cards. So I do help a lot of people throughout the day. But I do want to help more people. So I'm going to get over myself. I'm going to share a little bit. And if y'all don't mind when things get rough, it just gets rough. So if a cuss word flies out my mouth, I'm so sorry. Please do not watch this video with your children. Don't watch any of my videos with your children because these videos are never appropriate for kids. We all have our path and we all have our timing when it's the perfect time for it to come into our life. But guess what? If sex pops up in one of these cards, we're going to talk about sex. If family secrets come out in these cards, we're going to talk about family secrets. Whatever. It just doesn't matter. Point is, kids should be doing kid stuff and adults do adult stuff. So that was just a little recap on new beginnings and transformations and why I have been so unavailable. But I am going to try to do a lot more videos and put some more content out there because, as I said in one of the other videos, I do many different things. I don't have a routine, need one, but I don't have one. I just kind of go with the flow and get in whatever I can. One of the things that I've been telling my one thing that I told myself today was, in doing something new, was if I can't do what is most important, what is the next best thing? So today, I did do something new. Today, instead of putting someone else's needs in front of my own, I sat down and I did work on my business for a bit. Once I had some online issues, I thought, what is the next best thing that I could be doing? My body needs to work out. So I worked out today, which is something that I have not done in a very long time. Um, but my body needs to move. I feel like I need to move. I feel like I need to detoxify my body. I've gone through a lot of stress and a lot of different changes, and being back and forth on the road, I have consumed a lot of things that my body does not like, and now my body is really letting me know something has to give. So something is given. I'm getting ready to just change the way I eat, the way I spend my time. So, yeah, I'll be meal prepping and doing all that good stuff. If you guys are interested in that, I just might share that too. If, because I'll tell you one thing that I've always known to be true. You ask a big person the best way to lose weight, they got so many different plans for your ass. Why? Because people that struggle with weight have had to try so many different things. The game changer is sticking to it, and that's where a lot of people fail. Why? Because if you have weight issues, you have some other issues that you're not dealing with, like balance. So I am trying my best to focus on balance. So I will be meal prepping, and I'm going to be taking everything to go with me because I've learned that it's not helping my budget as I'm going back and forth to care for my dad. And also, my stomach does not like McDonald's. Sorry, McDonald's, your food is horrible. Not good for y'all guys. Not good, and your body will let you know. And my body let me know in increased weight like really, really quick, dangerously quickly. So if you do notice, I'm not going to tell anyone, they have to be a certain size because I'm not a certain size, but I do believe in honoring your body and let your body tell you how it feels and what it needs. So my body is saying you have reached your limit. You need to get it under control. Know you got life going on, but guess what? Your life is in this physical vessel, so do what you got to do. So I'll be making some changes and doing what I got to do, and I'm going to try my best to share a little bit more with you. Um, I'm Queen Fee, and once again, no telling what you're going to get on this channel. I am going to try to come back and share some of my new cards with you guys because I do have some new cards. So I'm going to end this video, go do a couple of things, and come back with my new decks. I am excited to share my new decks. So yeah, that's where I'm happy about my cards. So I'll be back. This is Queen Fee. Love you guys. Later.